someone's doing Indian e-commerce, let's say if someone's just selling in India, of course they're going to be charging GST. Let's say they're shipping from India, selling in India. If they're doing drop shipping or branded stuff, whatever it is, that case is going to be different. In that case, so the return thing applies, right?
So even in that case, you are eligible to take input tax credit.
Yeah,
Taking an input tax credit is one thing. Taking a refund of your input tax credit
that's
is
different.
another thing. That's
Yes.
different. So you are eligible for taking input tax credit, but the refund will again depend. कि आपका input tax credit है किस चीज का. If it's for services, then there are a lot of regulations, a lot of complexities in it. If like I'll just explain in simple words. If it
Yes.
pertains
Yes.
to services, a lot of it is not subject to refund. You can always set off it with your output tax, but it won't be refunded to your bank account. It
Got
will
that.
always lie. It will always lie in your GST account.
That absolutely makes sense. So just to everyone who's listening to this right now, just to give you more clarity. So how this works is, and just correct me, if I'm wrong. Um, by input tax credit, I'm going to keep it very simple. So let's say you pay an X amount of money in GST to Facebook ads, let's say, and let's say that you received a Y amount of GST from your customers. You charged Y amount of GST from your customers, which it's you'll have to do that. So you can't really get a refund of X from the government. But how this works is, your chartered accountant or the X and Y amount is kind of going to get balanced, and then whatever is going to be the surplus amount that you've paid. Let's say you've paid 100 rupees. Just to give an example, let's say you paid 100 rupees in GST and you received 80 rupees in GST. So you have a balance of $20 which is going to stay in your bank. So the next 20 that you receive, you won't have to pay it, not in your bank, sorry, in your GST account. So if the next 20 rupees that you receive in GST, you're not liable to pay that to the government. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah.
And which
But if
it
in,
makes
yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
also makes sense to not get a refund of it, because what happens with refund application is a long process.
Okay.
It will cost you, whoever is filing a refund application will charge you for it. So if you
Yeah.
keep filing a refund application, it will always cost you something. So if you're running a business for a long term, it's always advisable to let it be in your GST account and keep adjusting it with your output tax.
That makes sense. But if someone's, let's say, doing international stuff, then and they cannot even get input tax credit on it, so they're just paying 18% extra on the ad spend, right? I mean, that's pure investment.
Right.
Cool. So yeah, like the solution, and this is how we work as well. So you know that we have a partner company in the States, in US. So if we spend in US dollars, we receive money in US dollars in the US company, and what our partner does is he sends us whatever deal we have. He sends me that percentage of the profit, the whatever deal that we have with him. He shows that as an expense on his company, and as if he's paying that money to me to run the ads, or as a consultant, however he wants to show me. I receive that money in to through a wire transfer, through a direct bank transfer in my bank account. The way that I show it is that I give a service to this guy, I give a consultancy service to this guy. Like that's how we make it work. The other way that I see people doing it in our community is, what they do is they go for services like Neo Global. Like they get a Neo Global card, and Neo Global card is a foreign exchange. It's a forex card. It's a foreign exchange card. So what happens is they give you a top up card, kind of a credit card, which is topped up by some certain value that you add to the card, and it's the currency of this card is US dollars. So now when you set up the ad account, you can select your location as US, you can select your currency as US dollars, you can add the address of your fulfillment partner, and you can add the Neo Global card. So you're going to be paying in US dollars. So this way you're not going to be paying GST, you're not going to be paying 18% GST. That's one. But even after doing this, the equalization levy concept comes into play, right? So,
Right.
like, how does the equalization levy concept comes in? Because a lot of people
Basic.
don't pay it. Yeah, a lot of people don't pay. Like, what would you like to share about that?
Before getting into the equalization levy concept, I would like to add
Mm-hmm.
one more point here. Is like when you said when you are incurring ad cost in US dollars. So
Mm-hmm.
now basically these advertisement services has been classified as OIDAR services. That's the term that has been given under GST. And when you are paying anything for OIDI services from a non-resident, so basically you are paying to Facebook US or some other country. Even if you are paying in US dollar, in that case you'll have to pay GST from your pocket. That 18% GST that will have to be paid additionally from your pocket. So be it a US dollar cost or a INR Facebook account, in both the cases that 18% GST will be there. So that's something that you cannot avoid now under the current GST law. Now, if you are paying in a USD account from a USD card, that means you are paying to a non-resident, basically someone from outside India for your advertisement services. There is a new concept of equalization levy that I have seen a lot of people has not been taking care of. So this is basically there is a 6% levy that has to be paid to the government if you are taking any ad services from a non-resident. So in this case, when you run a USD ad account, you are not paying to Facebook India, you are actually paying to Facebook US or Facebook Ireland in that case. So that comes under the purview of equalization levy, and 6% of equalization levy has to be deposited on a monthly basis on your ad spend from your pocket again. So again, when you are running an ad account, there's a total cost of 18% GST and 6% of equalization levy that goes.
Okay.